Hey everyone, today we got an aggressive Han Solo aggro deck from set 2 of Star Wars Unlimited. I call it Angry Han, because it's all about dealing damage fast and relentlessly. So we're leveraging Han's ability to play units from our hand for one less cost, even though they interplay with some damage, to quickly flood the board with powerful units. The deck deviates from the usual Han Solo ramp decks by focusing more on early pressure with cards like Fugitive Wookiee, Green, Squadron A-Wing, and Millennium Falcon. With Han's ability, we can cheat out 3 cost units on turn 1, which gives us a lot of options for being aggressive right from turn 1. We also have access to heavy hitters like K2SO, Poe Dameron, and the 6 cost Millennium Falcon, and Wrecker early on, with our top end being Big Han Solo and, of course, Crate Dragon. Just one of the best finishers in the game. If your opponent can't deal with it, it's game over. It's also really good into like mid-range and control decks, not so much into aggro, so there is reason to put it in the board if you know you're going up against a lot of aggro decks. So I also included a few key events and upgrades to enhance our aggression. First, we have Spark of Rebellion. This just disrupts our opponents and takes away any cards that might disrupt our game plan of being really aggressive. We have Surprise Strike and Hotshot Blaster, which offers just straight up burst damage, and Spare Target, which is just Waylay that gives us some upside of getting a bounty every now and then. So this Han deck is all about speed and overwhelming your opponent before they can really set up their defenses. So that's the deck. Let's get in some games with Angry Han. Alright, we're here taking on Inquisitor Blue. I think this is a really slept on deck, so this is cool. Our hand is not amazing. So I am going to mulligan this. Okay, this is much better. We have a lot more options. So we can lead with a turn 1 Millennium Falcon, which is probably what we're going to do. Yeah, get in some damage. We'll put Hotshot back. Daring Raid is actually pretty good as well. So I think it's just going to be Wrecker for now. It's going to be a while until we can play it. I think this is our... Okay. Yeah. So we will play the Falcon. I mean, they can deal the 2 damage. That's fine. Which they do. They do. Are they using his ability? Yep, yeah. So we'll hit him for 3. Hit us for 2. We get to claim because of that, which is good. We're not going to pay for the Millennium Falcon. We're going to put a Daring Raid back, I think. So what I think we're going to do is just Daring Raid here. They could power the dark side, so I don't want to just play into that. And then we can still play either Red 3 or Millennium Falcon. Because I don't think K2, we could either just got powered or... Okay, so they're just using a disabled Fang Fighter. Okay, we're just going to go with the same play. So they can take the initiative this turn. We'll hit him for 3. Return it back to our hand. And we'll probably go with Poe, depending on what they do. But we'll see what we draw. So we'll hit their base. And pass. We'll return it back to our hand. Ooh, Ezra. That's pretty good. So, spare the target. Yeah, I think spare the target is what to put back for now. And we do have a Hotshot DL44 blaster in our resources, so we'll keep that for later when we want to push some damage. Okay, those hit us. So they have 4 resources. Yeah. We'll just play K2. If they want to get rid of it, then that's fine. We'll just do 3 damage either way. Because we didn't really have much else. We could have played Poe, but I'd rather have Poe stick around. Gave it a bounty. Ooh, okay. We'll claim here. Okay, so give it a bounty. They're going to trade off. So we could make him discard as well. Because I don't know if the 3 damage is super important or if just getting a couple cards out of their hand might be better. Okay, we're actually going to go for the discard. The damage might be better, but with only 2 cards in hand, this might mess up their turn a little bit. Okay, that's good. Fallen Lightsaber out of their hand is that's good for us. So we're going to 5. So I kind of want to keep. Well, they can just trade off there. Okay, we'll put back the extra Ezra. So if we play this, we have 3 resources, which can go red 3 or Urza. They might not even have power of the dark side, so what I think I'm actually going to do is deploy our leader. And then deploy Poe. Inquisitor comes out on turn 6, so if we can get a Poe to stick, we're in pretty good shape. Or we could also just go with a Ezra red 3. Okay, so they just play Chrysanthemum, who they can ready. So for now, we're just going to attack their base for 3. They can put the 2 damage and ready him. So we can just... Is Poe the best play? I think Poe is the best play. It's the most pressure, so... And then we could give Poe the blaster next turn. So we'll claim. They get to do 2 damage to something. This turn. Unless they want to attack into our guys. So technically they could do 5. So he could do 5 damage to Poe. But he would trade. I really like Han with the Falcon. Obviously makes sense. They're up here. But they work really well together, actually. Ooh, big Han. Which we can play. Okay, we'll put back the... He's a 3/6, so... I think we're just going to Han Solo here. Right off the bat. So we're going to play Han, ambush in, take him out. This puts 2 powerful threats into play that he has to deal with. Han himself isn't a huge threat here, but it is still damage coming through. Alright, so we're just going to attack. See what they want to do. Keeping back Poe, because if they play Inquisitor... Okay, so... We... excuse me. We are going to take out clan challengers. And... discard the red 3 to defeat the shield. And then we're just going to pass the rest. And then next turn we can Millennium Falcon ambush in. And we'll claim. If they want, they can trade with Poe here. That is perfectly fine. Now they could also just take out our Han, but which okay they do, and hit us for 3. All right, put back this one again. So we can take out their leader for free with Han. We could have also hit the base with Poe, discarded a card, got rid of the Fang Fighter. But we have options, so we'll see what they want to do. They have 2 cards in hand and a Fang Fighter in play. They can't ready any units this turn because we took out their leader. Him taking out our leader last turn, though, allowed us to now be able to use his ability again. Okay, we'll get rid of the 5th brother. Then we can... Actually, I don't need to use his ability to do this, because I can just go Millennium Falcon. So, Millennium Falcon, take out their... Hit their base. We're not going to use his ability. Then we'll use Han, play Ezra, and pass. And we're not going to pay for the Millennium Falcon. We're just going to put it back in our hand. We don't need a resource. We have the blaster, which costs 3. We're going to start with Ezra, see what we get. Yeah, we're just going to discard that. We don't really want that. Just an A-Wing. At this point in the game, it's not what we need, I don't think. So they have 2 cards in hand again. We still have Han Solo ready, which can take out most of the units for free, as well as a backup. We have the Falcon and Surprise Strike, so. Okay, so we're just going to Surprise Strike in for lethal. And that's the game. And Yellow Han taking down Inquisitor. Alright, we're here against Boba Yellow, the boogeyman of the format. This hand isn't bad. I'm actually going to keep it. So we have the A-Wing on turn 1. We can resource a blaster and a wrecker. And then we have a backup for later. So that's pretty good. So we'll go here. And then we have a turn 2 KSO. Oh, they just pass. Or claim, sorry. Another blaster, so we'll just easy resource there. And yeah, so we got K2 into Poe into Wrecker. So that's a pretty good curve. We'll see what they want to do. We're just gonna start with hitting for 3. Yeah, okay, so we will just hit for 3. They'll claim. We'll play K2, and then we'll pass. Okay, Fugitive Wookiee, we don't really need at this point. They can take out our squadron. Okay, no good to be dead. We're just gonna hit their base for 3. Oh, probe droid. So this, in this matchup, we want to just be pressuring as much as we can. So we can either play Poe, or we can play another KSO, K2SO. But no, I think it has to be Poe. Just get as much pressure as possible, and we can use the backup for after. Claim. We're going to keep the Falcon, and we're going to put away, I guess, Ezra. Although Ezra is kind of card advantage here. Okay, so we're going to hit their base. Discard. Wait, no. Deal damage. Here we go. And then we're going to kill this. We also could have killed that, but I don't think it's necessary. Then we can bring out our leader. Or we might save that. We'll see. They might want to bring out Boba. We will, yeah. So we're going to deploy. Boba Yellow doesn't have access to the turn where you bring out Boba and use Barrage. So, okay, Cantina Bouncer on Poe. Interesting. So we can play Poe back. Yeah, I think that's what we're gonna do. Just play a full HP Poe. Hit their base. They can take out K2. They want to do damage to one of our units. Do we want to make them discard it? I think it's just 3 damage. We're going hard on damage here. And we got the initiative. Ooh, capture. Nice. So that was a good turn. That was a good turn. So how do we want to navigate this turn? So we can Wrecker and go down back to 5 resources. I don't know if we want to do that. We can Daring Raid. But if they have no good to me dead. So I think we do want Daring Raid. Maybe it's just Spark at the moment. So they could surprise strike and take out our leader. So that's something to keep in mind. We will Daring Raid. We'll go for it anyway. Remove the shield. We'll see what they got. They have the surprise strike. Otherwise, we can just take up... Okay, they got it. Yeah, they have surprise strike. So that was definitely worst case scenario for us. We'll just have to claim. Yeah, next turn we'll just have to Wrecker. So they have a lot of things you had to play around. I mean, they could have no good to me dead. They have surprise strike. So there's a lot of options here. We have 2 surprise strikes of our own, actually, so that's good. Big Han would be so good here. Yeah. So we can just Wrecker for free. We'll get rid of the Wookiee. We'll kill Boba. We'll get back Poe, putting 2 big threats into play again, making them have to keep trying to tempo. And then next turn, we'll see what we have options for. Yeah, so no good to me dead. Okay, they have Cunning, so they can bounce something back to hand. See, the thing about Boba is play such good cards, but it has to... We're putting so much pressure that they got to keep hitting here. If we get one turn where they don't do this, then we're in amazing shape. Right? Like, one attack with Poe wipes out their whole board, potentially, so... Ooh, 7 damage. Alright, is he getting aggressive or is he going to try to trade? That's the question. Okay. And then... Okay, just a probe droid? Okay, that's actually not bad for us at all. So we're actually just going to surprise strike Poe into their base. We're gonna deal damage, discard a surprise strike, take out the Viper probe droid. Choose a card, discard. No, we'll just do that and put him to 27. And then we can ambush in, but I don't think we need to. So we're probably just going to play this. They have 2 cards in hand and a 7 fleet. We have 13 damage on our base, so... Ooh, we just claims. Okay. So we will do that. No ambush. Put 2 lethal threats, so... Oh, and a K2. We will not resource. We also have a backup Falcon. Okay, so he can tap down both of our threats here. Which is fine, right? Exhaust 2 units and discard at random, probably? Oh, 7. Nice. Okay. So we could... Alright, we're just going to play K2. Once again, putting lethal. They can hit us to 20. Okay, they just concede. They didn't have a way out there with 3 lethal units. They could have hit us to 20, but they would have still had to deal with all of our units. Alright, taking down one of the best decks in the format. Han Yellow. Alright, we got Han Solo versus Han Solo. The exact same. Red versus red. So we're going to mulligan this hand. This one's better. So we can put back the hotshot and... Do we want Cassian? We're going to keep Cassian for now. We'll put back one Squadron A-Wing. Yeah, we'll just play the Wookiee for this turn. Okay, they got a Cartel Spacer. We'll claim... Okay, they got 2 Cartel Spacers. Yeah, so now we'll put back Cassian. Because we're probably just going to K2 this turn. So we'll hit him for 3. Okay, they have a lot of space units. So this is going to be a very aggressive match. So we're going to take 6 here. But we will claim... Drawing the 2 Han Solos now when they have all the space feels pretty bad, but that's all you can do. I wonder, is this just like a space-heavy version of Han, leaning more into space? Could be. So we have options next turn. Depending on what we draw, we might just Hotshot Blaster on the Wookiee? Maybe? We'll see. Just waiting on our opponents here. We claimed. Yeah, so we took 6 this turn. Alright, we got another K2. Ooh, spare the target isn't bad, actually. So we can spare the target plus the A-Wing? But I think first we're just going to start with K2 to their base for 4. Yeah, spare the target, get rid of 1, we'll draw a card. Saves us some damage to keep this a closer race, you know? Yeah, and then we'll play our ship there. I kind of want to get it in. We'll see if he uses their ability. He doesn't. Okay, we'll use Han to play the ship. I feel like we just had to take out red 3. It's a lot of damage here. Okay, initiative. Okay, we have Millennium Falcon and our own red 3, so that's pretty good here. Yeah, put back the K2. Yeah. Yeah, we'll just hit him for 4. We'll see what they want to do. We have the option to... So we can't play Han yet, but we will be able to Han next turn. And we also have our leader coming out. Okay, so they're bringing out their leader. So we're just going to hit him up to 17. Now they could also have Han Solo this turn. So they're going to bring out Han, attack, play big Han potentially. So we'll play our leader, or play red 3, sorry. I should have played Millennium Falcon first, so that's a sequencing mistake there. And then used Han to play red 3. Seeing as how we can actually attack with this, we could have got rid of some space units here. So it's a lot of damage coming through. So if I hit him, I can hit him to 20. But it's going to depend on what he does here. He has more pressure. And obviously we do still have our leader, so potentially 23. Hotshot Blaster if they kill K2 so it's another 3. So we potentially have... Ooh. Downside of the Wookiee coming through there. Alright, we'll deploy our leader. See what they want to do. 4 to base. Oh, 5. Okay. Yeah, let's just hit their base. We got to be aggressive here. This is more of a racing matchup. And we're kind of keeping up with them here. Okay, they got Mace Windu. So they can take out our Han. And our K2. We'll just claim here. They will trade though. Okay, then he just goes to base. No, that's a smart play there. Do I want to keep the Millennium Falcon? We have to pay 1, so I guess no. We'll put... I don't think we're gonna have time for Crate Dragon here. So... how do we want to do this? So we can K2SO. We can take out either of these. Ooh, this is close, see? Right now. I think we have to red 3, take out their red 3, because that puts a lot of damage here. Then we can Big Han... take out something. Now they can play their Han Solo, so that's... we'll put 3 to their base. So 5. So they do have enough to take us out. So I think we have to Han Solo. We will ambush. We'll take out their Mace Windu. Mace Windu is actually a cool option that we could have in this deck too, honestly. To give you more copies of like Han. But I feel like you don't want too many 7-drops. Ooh. Arm to the teeth, which puts us 5, 6, 7. Almost dead. Oh, exactly. Oh, exact. Okay, yeah, I forgot that one get. I was thinking it was the blaster. That was a good game. Very close, very close. Han versus Han. Alright, so that's the deck. What did I think about it, and what would I change? I think the deck is very fun, and can be very hard for your opponents to deal with, and you can pick up free wins against decks that aren't prepared. But some changes I would make are to maybe look for a replacement for Fugitive Wookiee. It can be good, but there is a percentage of time where its bounty can be rough, although you can play around it most of the time, so it's not a huge deal. The other change would be to put Crate Dragon in the sideboard. You don't want it against all decks, just mid-range and control, and you can replace it with another unit like Mace Windu, or even a non-unit card for more damage, like For a Cause I Believe In, or even Chaos of War. Other than that, give the deck a try, and I'll see you in the next one.